Please help us reach them. Call 0800 038 4926. Text C13 to 82727 or go online and give just £1 a week now. Because we need you to help save the sight of children like Nananga. We need you to help save them from the torture of trachoma.
Rajasthan is history, culture, and much more. And I have been reporting on all things royal for more than 25 years.
The colors, the culture, and the complexities of the Northeast is different from the rest of the country. I have been bringing the Northeast closer to the capital for over 15 years.
Madhya Pradesh is the heart of India, and I have been capturing its every beat for over 10 years, covering the corridors of power, what is said, what is left unsaid, and what it actually means for you and me. I have it all covered.
Kashmir is often called paradise on earth, a region that has been in a state of flux from conflict to India's crowning glory. I have been reporting and decoding Jammu and Kashmir for last 3 decades.
When facts are fragmented, we put the pieces together. Where power collides with truth, we are there.
Behind me is that massive security arrangements that are in place.
Behind fractured boundaries, we clear the fog of war. Fault Lines with Gauri Dwivedi, only on NDTV World.
In today's interconnected world, India's voice is more crucial than ever. When India speaks, the world listens. At NDTV World, we are that voice, bringing you intelligent and insightful news from India and beyond. From geopolitics and diplomacy to economic shifts, migrations, tech disruptions, and the stories of our diaspora. We cover the news that shapes our global future. NDTV World, your new home for global news, is here.
Very good afternoon from Delhi to Dhaka and Dubai to New York. It's a packed Monday here at India Global Viewers. I am Arjun Samar Mahendran, and here are the headlines. Indian Army initiates rupees 30,000 crore indigenous Anant Shastra surface-to-air missile weapon system aiming to sharpen air defense capabilities across Pakistan and China frontiers. Pak PM Shehbaz Sharif, Asim Munir flash rare earth minerals at White House. Bangladesh Jamaat leader threatens Ghazwa-e-Hind in Trump's New York. Says will wage war against India, 50 lakh youth ready. All on board for something special, says Trump ahead of meeting with Netanyahu. Development after US leader shared 21-point proposal aimed at concluding ongoing Israel-Hamas conflict. And Team India skipper Surya Kumar Yadav says he would donate his entire match fee for the tournament to Indian Armed Forces following the Indian cricket team's victory in the recently concluded Asia Cup 2025. Viewers, India is powering its Sky Shield, and it's 100% made in India or Atma Bharat. The Indian Army is moving fast to acquire the Anant Shastra missile system in a 30,000 crore rupee push, and it's boosting stocks and national security alike. Let's break it down for you. For starters, the Indian Army has issued a massive 30,000 rupee crore tender for the Anant Shastra. It's a next-gen defense missile system It's one of the largest defense projects in recent years, to put things in perspective, and a big leap for the Indian firepower. Now, as soon as the tender went public, shares of Bharat Electronics Limited and BDL surged up as much as 2%, signaling strong investor confidence in India's defense manufacturing sector. Developed by the DRDO, the Defense Research Development Organization, the Anant Shastra is built for speed and agility. It's a mobile system that can in fact launch while on the move, making it perfect for fast-changing demand of modern combat. Now, once deployed, it will guard India's two most sensitive borders. What am I talking about? Well, with China in the north and Pakistan in the west. It will give Army a much needed shield in high tension zones as well. Now, the system per se is designed has proved itself during Operation Sindoor as well, where Indian forces, as we know, successfully neutralized enemy drones using integrated air defense units. Now, viewers, with a strike range of about 30-odd kilometers, the Anant Shastra can lock onto targets while moving and can also fire short holes, offering flexibility rarely seen in missile systems of this scale and size. But that's not it. It's also a huge win for the Make in India campaign or the initiative. The system is entirely indigenous from scratch to end, reducing reliance on foreign suppliers and building homegrown capabilities. It will join a powerful defense lineup working in sync with the existing systems like the Akash, the MR-SAM, and of course, the much touted S-400, creating a multi-layered air defense shield, as we've seen in Western countries, much more developed countries like Israel and the US, for matter of fact. But it beat enemy drones or even fighter jets. The system is designed to neutralize all aerial threats before they can reach our soil. And of course, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi has been vocal about increasing indigenization in every arm of the forces. And Anant Shastra is a major step forward in that mission as well. Enter Anant Shastra, made at home, tested in India and built for the future. We shift our focus, viewers. In a high-stakes maneuver at the White House, Pakistan literally opened a box of minerals. That's correct. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif and Army Chief Asim Munir flashed a wooden case of rare earth elements at President Donald Trump, as you see there right on your screens right now. Their message was clear: Pakistan has the minerals America wants, and it wants investment in return. Now, the 90-minute odd meeting was more than just a handshake and photo ops. Islamabad, viewers, is actually dangling what it claims are $6 trillion worth of mineral reserves. Now, these allegedly include copper, gold, antimony, and even rare earths. They're critical to electronic vehicles, defense technology, and even semiconductors. With the global rare earths race heating up, Pakistan is trying very hard to position itself as a key player and an edge out China, which currently dominates mining in its Balochistan region. Meanwhile, Pakistan's army-backed pitch follows a $500 million deal with US Strategic Metals to set up a refinery. But that's also a major first. But what's the offer? Resources now, investor access, and strategic leverage in return. Now, Trump, known for his deal-making instinct, reportedly showed strong interest. Sharif also thanked US for a recent 19% tariff deal and invited American firms to mine, drill, and build Pakistan's untapped terrain, or alleged untapped terrain at that. But let's not ignore the risk. Most reserves, viewers, in Pakistan are in Balochistan, a region marked by separatist violence, and just last month itself, the US branded the Balochistan National Army as a foreign terror group. So is this a smart economic move or just another gamble to buy time and attention? Pakistan says it has the minerals, but will Washington play game and buy the pitch, or is it just for the photo ops? To shed more light on this, we are joined by former diplomat Mr. Ashok Sajjanar. Thank you so much for joining us on this very important debate here, Mr. Sajjanar. My first question to you: is the Pakistani military now directly managing economic diplomacy? As we saw there, Asim Munir actually showcasing the gems to Donald Trump, and Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif was just standing at the sidelines like he was at the SEO, like we have seen him many times, and just, you know, he was just gawping. And what does this mean for the civilian oversight?
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the show. You're very right. You know, it's not the first time that the Pakistan army is in the saddle. You know, they have been in the saddle. They have enjoyed all the power, although the responsibility has many a times been handled by the civilian government. So is the case this time. And of course, it is in the context of the counterterrorism operations, which you would recall, your viewers and listeners would recall some months ago, the then General of the Central Command, head of the Central Command, General Kurela, had called Pakistan a phenomenal partner as far as counterterrorism is concerned. So I think that is what has made Asim Munir the darling of the American dispensation. You would remember that he was received by Donald Trump. Even at that time, there was the Pakistan information minister. He was not allowed to come into the room. So there could, and this time also, there has been no press engagement as such, but basically to provide a little bit of legitimacy to the civilian administration, to the civilian government. That is, Shehbaz Sharif has also accompanied, so to say, I could put it, he's accompanied Asim Munir. But I think
Raised a very,
basically
very
there are
important point there, sir. I'd like to flesh out more on that point. You said it's some sort of a legitimacy that they are trying to get from the US. Now, does this so-called mineral diplomacy, as it's being called, also signal some sort of a permanent pivot away from China's grasp, or is it just tactical balancing? Because we know that China earlier had the exclusive mining rights for Balochistan. So is Islamabad now trying to pivot away from Beijing and towards Washington?
excellent question. And let me give you my own perspective and interpretation. No, I think Pakistan is too heavily invested in China. And in my view, the fact that it has come to the United States and it's offering all the goodies and the riches, whether it's minerals, rare earths, metals, critical materials, or even as far as oil is concerned, I'm sure it has China's blessings, it has China's concurrence when it is reaching out to the United States. But I think this transactional deal, you use that word, and I agree with that. This transactional deal, I think, has many pitfalls because you see, so far these minerals have been offered to China, and China has a stranglehold as far as the supply of critical minerals to the United States is concerned. But even China has not been able to mine these critical minerals either in Balochistan or in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa because of the adverse security situation there. And if the Chinese, which are located just a few hundred kilometers across from the Pakistan border, they share the border with Pakistan. If they have not been able to deal with the insecurity there because of the Baloch struggle for independence there by the BLA and by the others, and also by the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, then how would the United States, coming from such a long distance, be able to deal with it? I think it will be very difficult. This is a carrot that is being dangled in front of the United States. Number two, I think Pakistan has been able to handle, to manage its relations, have this between China and the United States. But very soon, the United States will also realize, because it will want total loyalty from Pakistan, which Pakistan will not be able to provide. You have seen that both China and Pakistan have spoken out against America's possession of the Bagram base. Donald Trump has been talking about taking over the Bagram base in Afghanistan so that it can keep an eye on
Absolutely, sir.
whatever is happening in China.
Absolutely. There are many variables to this, Mr. Sajjanar. Due to paucity of time, we'll have to move on. But a very, very quick answer for you, a yes or no answer. Now, can this rare earth minerals actually change Pakistan's debt trajectory, or is just another PR move? What do you think, sir? Can it actually help Islamabad with their debt trajectory or not?
Whatever I have seen, whatever I have read, I don't think it is possible, because if it was possible, it would have been done long ago. And China has been there. China has been doing this, CPEC or since 2013. So, it's more than 10 years that it has been there.
So that's your
And
last
we
word,
know
Mr. Sajjanar. If it would have been possible, Pakistan would have indeed done this a long time ago. And something I also want to add here, now all of these deals are being made at a time when there are more than 1 million who have been displaced internally in Pakistan because of the flash floods the region experienced only around a month ago. Thank you so much for joining us and taking out the time, sir. We shift our focus where a shocking threat from across the border has put India on alert. Now, Bangladesh's radical Jamaat-e-Islami viewers has openly invoked Ghazwa-e-Hind. It's promised a holy war with 5 million youth in India if India dares to intervene. Speaking in New York and not Dhaka, very interestingly, Jamaat Deputy Chief Sayyid Abdullah Muhammad Tahir made a fiery but a delusional statement, as they always do. 5 million youth are ready for a war against India, said Tahir. Yes, 50 lakh Bangladeshi youth allegedly ready for guerrilla warfare to erase the stain of the 71 war, claims the Jamaat-e-Islami in Bangladesh. Now, let's be clear, viewers, this is not just fringe chatter. This comes from a former member of parliament, the deputy leader of Bangladesh's second largest Islamist party, which has in fact just gained ground after Sheikh Hasina's ouster in 2024. As we all have seen, its leader was brought out of the prison. There was a ban on the party after the 71 movement, which was removed. And what about the audience? The audience was a packed hall of the Bangladeshi American Association. And all of these provocative statements were made in New York on US soil. Now, this is the same Jamaat that supported Pakistan in 1971. And now it claims to be waiting for an Indian intervention so it can prove itself as true freedom fighters. Meanwhile, their student wing, the Islami Chhatra Shibir, has just also swept elections in Dhaka University very recently. India's agencies have taken note. But here's the big question: should New Delhi treat this as an empty provocation or another empty provocation, or should it indeed prepare for a long-term ideological threat that's brewing just next door? To shed more light on this, I'm joined by Dr. Abhinav Pandya. He is the CEO of Usana's Foundation, a foreign policy think tank, and also a counter-terrorism expert. Thank you so much for taking out the time and joining us, Dr. Pandya. First question to you, sir. Now, with radical groups gaining in universities, as we just mentioned, is Bangladesh witnessing a Taliban-style grassroots capture, so to say?
Yes, of course. I'm not at all surprised, with what's happening in Bangladesh. See, this was bound to happen. Let me put it at the outset. Even the so-called Awami League founders, like Sheikh Mujibur Rahman and all those people during the times of the partition, they were very staunchly against India, and they were staunchly in the support of the Pakistan movement. They supported the Muslim League. Some of the members took active participation in the Direct Action Day. And after the 1971 war, Bangladesh has very rapidly gone into the folds of radicalization in Islamism. They were just waiting for the ouster of Sheikh Hasina. Otherwise, society was ready at every level to get itself into the throes of Islamism. And Jamaat-e-Islami, when Jamaat-e-Islami says this, we should not take it lightly. Jamaat-e-Islami is a very strong organization. And the most important and critical part here is that what it says reflects the trends in the society. It's not just one random politician. It's the society. He is speaking the language which appeals to the Bangladeshi society.
Dr. Pandya, you raised there. They were just the Jamaat and the ilks of Jamaat. They were just waiting for the ouster of Hasina. Now, is Bangladesh also becoming another Islamist launchpad, or is it on its way to become a launchpad? What's the future looking like?
It has already started. Like, it's already, I would say it has already become a launch pad. Now it's just a matter of degrees. It is going along Afghanistan's way, and we'll say definitely we are going to see a rapid spread of Islamist and terrorist organizations. Definitely there are local ones like Huji Bangladesh, Jamaatul Mujahideen, Ansarullah Bangla, Islamic State Bangladesh unit. Apart from that, you will also witness a very strong distribution and spread of Pakistan-sponsored groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed, Lashkar-e-Taiba, and groups like Sipah-e-Sahaba, Lashkar-e-Jangvi, because there's a very strong network now between Bangladeshi Islamists and Pakistani Islamists. And this phenomena, this trend is going to be extremely dangerous for India, because they're going to send all these jihadists and all these radical extremists into India from the northeastern side. On the western side, we already have Pakistan, and internally in India also, we must be ready for a very strong segment of radical extremists and jihadists among the Muslim community, who are already in touch with these radical and extremist segments in Bangladesh and Pakistan.
Dr. Pandya, we saw the interim Prime Minister Mohammad Yunus at the UNGA spinning tall tales, making tall claims at that. He also spoke about elections, but there has not been any sort of a retort or a reply from Dhaka after this Jamaat-e-Islami's deputy leader made these worrying statements or provocative, inflammatory statements right out from New York. What does that signal? Does it signal tacit support or sheer loss of control? Very quickly, Dr. Pandya.
We should not even expect any support, because the Bangladeshi government, these Yunus and all these fellows, they are hands in glove with these Islamists. And also the very fact that all this is happening in New York, it means that there are actors, state and non-state actors sitting in the New York, people pertaining to the deep state, who are actively and in a very, I would say, strong manner supporting these Islamist elements against India.
Thank you so much for giving us your time and talking to us on this very important topic. Viewers, it's time we strip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Are you losing money on high energy bills? You could save £198 a year on your energy. Switch and save now at uswitch.com.
Hello?
Now, here's a big offer worth checking out. In People's Postcode Lottery's October draws, there's a share of £23.2 million to be won.
And to celebrate our brand new TV game show, Win Win, we're offering new players the first month free when you sign up. For your first month's free entry, sign up before midnight tomorrow.
A share of £23.2 million could be yours, but only if your door is in the draw.
Sadly, we're resigning from the Bank of Santander.
We couldn't compete with Santander.
Giving cash back on supermarket shops, even giant light bulbs. But we're going out in style!
Take it away! Start spreading the news.
Start spreading the news.
We're leaving today.
That's too early!
Santander's Edge credit card rewards your spending.
Time to go to sleep now.
I can't sleep without Bunny.
Where is Bunny?
Downstairs with Grandma.
Is he? I'll better go and get him then, hadn't I?
For 50 years, Stana has been helping people continue to enjoy life upstairs. And with stair lifts fitted in less than a day, you can carry on just as normal.
But Bunny can't sleep without Teddy.
Contact Stana now. Stana, enjoy the life upstairs.
Does your loo roll make you feel good? Who Gives a Crap donates 50% of their profits to good causes. So when nature calls, here's your answer. Add some woo to your loo with feel-good toilet paper. Who Gives a Crap?
When facts are fragmented, we put the pieces together. Where power collides with truth, we are there.
Behind me is that massive security arrangements that are in place.
Behind fractured boundaries, we clear the fog of war. Fault lines with Gauri Dwivedi, only on NDTV World.
Welcome back, viewers. And it could be very well the most ambitious peace push in years together, or just another diplomatic illusion as we've been seeing. US President Donald Trump is meeting Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu at the White House tonight, only hours from now, and on the table is a bold 21-point Gaza peace proposal. But will Hamas or even Netanyahu's own coalition play along? All on board for something special. Now that's what President Donald Trump posted just ahead of today's high-stakes meeting with Netanyahu. It's their fourth White House meeting this year, to be precise, and at this time, it's personal. Trump is pushing a 21-point Gaza peace plan that aims to release all 48 hostages, disarm Hamas, demilitarize Gaza, bring in new transitional government, and also allow massive humanitarian aid. Now, reports suggest even without Hamas agreeing, Washington wants to move ahead, with or without consent. But Netanyahu's far-right allies want zero Palestinian Authority and total Israeli control. That's a direct clash with the Arab world and even some of Trump's advisors. World of Sports' Tilak Varma saved his best for the last and played the innings of his career so far to take India to a thrilling win over Pakistan in the final of the Asia Cup 2025 last evening. Riding on Tilak Varma's incredible 69 not out, a fancied India beat Pakistan by 5 wickets in the Summit Showdown to win their second Asia Cup title in the T20 format. Here's a report.
Big matches need temperament, and Shehbaz Farhan showed signs of early brilliance. Pakistan came out with a lot of aggression in the first 3 overs and were 45 for no loss at the end of the power play. There were several mishits by Farhan, but he did not let that cloud his approach. He brought up his half-century in 34 balls and then came up with a muted celebration by the show of his bat. India's mystery spinner Varun Chakravarti gave them the first wicket. Sahibzada gone for 57 of 38. Nerves set in and Pakistan endured a middle order collapse. Fakhar Zaman gone after scoring 46. Surya Kumar Yadav meanwhile was criticised for appealing against obstruction in the field, which was overturned by the third umpire. Pakistan were 113 for 1 in 5 overs. Indian spinners undid all of that. The men in green lost 4 wickets for 8 runs. Kuldeep, Aksar and Varun spinning the web.
He wants it, it's gone high and he takes it.
Kuldeep Yadav finished with 4 for 30 on the night, picking 3 wickets in this over. Jasprit Bumrah got Haris Rauf and brought out the falling aeroplane celebration. India's spin power completely outdid Pakistan as they folded up for 146, spinners claiming 8 and Bumrah 2 on the night. Chasing 147, India had a disastrous start. The law of average struck Abhishek Sharma on the night of the final. Captain Surya Kumar Yadav, having promoted himself up the order, became Shaheen Shah Afridi's victim of a slower ball. This was a huge moment in the game. Gill gone too. Pakistan had 3 inside 4 overs. India's middle order was powered by Samson and Tilak Varma. They scored 57 of 50, but Sanju went after scoring 24 runs. Dubey and Tilak put pressure on Haris Rauf. 17 runs from this over was game changer. Varma stroked a half-century under pressure. Dubey took the pressure off by depositing 1 into the stands as India needed 10 in the final over. Tilak Varma then sent a massive 6 sailing into the stands. India staged a grand finish, winning a thriller on the night by 5 wickets. This was their 9th Asia Cup title, a match worthy of a tournament final.
And in a powerful show of unity and pride, Indians across 100 countries laced up for the first ever global Viksit Bharat Run 2025. Viewers from Sydney to Seoul and Nairobi to New York, the diaspora ran under the banner Run to Serve the Nation, pledging support for a Viksit Bharat by 2047. We leave you with these visuals. Jai Hind.
Now that retirement's here, it's time for me to focus on the things that really matter in life, like making sure my family can manage funeral costs when I'm no longer around. Which reminds me.
Welcome to British Seniors, the UK's #1 rated provider of over 50s life insurance.
Hi, I'd like a quick quote, please.
No problem. We're proud to offer our seniors lifetime guarantee, with 100% of claims having been paid. We guarantee your premiums will never go up and that you'll speak to one of our specialists in the UK. UK residents aged 50 to 80 are guaranteed to be accepted. Depending on your age, your loved ones can get a cash payout up to £10,000.
That money could help cover my funeral costs or be a gift for my grandson. I'll do it.
Plus, when you sign up, you'll receive a £135 gift card and free 24/7 GP advice and health services.
Be proud to protect your loved ones with British Seniors. To get a free life insurance quote today, call our UK team on 0800 881 5090 or visit britishseniors.co.uk.
Morning.
I can help with that.
Oh, lovely day we're having.
That's not bad.
Boots, with you for life.
Sometimes it's the little things that remind us of them. Stay close, even when you're far apart. Send money worldwide with Remitly.
Our first year as a family flew by. And now, I want to make sure he'll be financially protected for all his birthdays to come. That's why I'm calling Smart Insurance.
Hi, how can I help?
Hi, I'd like a quick quote for family life insurance.
OK, you can choose a benefit amount up to £750,000 depending on your age.
That's great.
If you're a UK resident aged 18 to 64, you can apply with just a few health and lifestyle questions. For £250,000 of cover, the price starts at just £14.77 a month.
That's less than I thought. And could help my wife pay off the mortgage.
And with our Smart Family Guarantee, you'll have peace of mind.
That's good to know.
You'll also receive a 100% advance in the event of terminal illness and 10% cashback on your first year's premiums. That's the Smart Cashback. Plus, you get your choice of a £125 gift card.
Protect the life you've built the smart way. To get a free quote today, call our specialist UK team on 0808 141 5855 or visit smartinsurance.co.uk.
In fact, so we are joining you from the Karur Government Hospital, where there's a lot of that emotions that are unfolding here. The sad stories that we're getting to hear is all from this hospital. Back to you, Vijay.
Yes, Ritu, but we are also connected from the exact stampede location. We have been reporting for past 2 days. You can see aftermath of the stampede location with the slippers and other belongings of TVK supporters. After that stampede, looks horrifying visuals only, what I have to say. Let's begin with other breaking news. FIR, we ended TVK functionary, TVK functionary who was responsible for this campaign, who coordinated the whole campaign, TVK's Vijay's campaign in Karur district. The police has registered FIR against the TVK district functionary who is a West Karur district functionary. You know what happened? 41 people have lost their life in this horrible tragedy. Now NDTV has accessed the FIR. You can see the details also from FIR. We can able to translate it for you. FIR says Vijay TVK made announcement that the rally would begin by 9 a.m. and Vijay would speak in the Karur location by 12 p.m. But supporters started to gather from 10 a.m. itself. So These are all the details we have from FIR. And Sam from Chennai, we have more details regarding this Karur stampede. Over to you, Sam.
Thank you, Vijay. That's right. The FIR filed by the police give detailed account in their view of what happened. In this particular case, they give an account of the death of 11 people on the spot, including because of a tree fall and a collapse of a tin roof shed over which many cadre had climbed up to. It blames Vijay for a 4-hour delay to display what they call as political power. Although he entered Karur, the FIR alleges that the convoy was very slow and the acts by Vijay, they say, deliberately delayed his arrival and speech at Karur, although the police, the FIR claims, had time and again warned of stampede and told the key functionaries of the TVK, including the number 2 in command, Busi Anand, but no action was taken, they allege. And Vijay, they say, had undertaken a road show without police permission in violation of the 11 conditions the police had imposed for granting permission for that particular rally in Karur, which ultimately resulted in the stampede, killing 41 people. And Vijay unnecessarily triggered expectations, the FIR says, and there was also public reception en route violation